All right, so you've brought us excerpts from a podcast all about the 7 habits of highly effective people, and honestly, I'm pretty psyched about this one.
Yeah.
We're talking Stephen Covey, the productivity guru.
Right.
But this isn't just like, your typical self-help stuff about to-do lists.
Right.
This is about a roadmap from dependence to, like, interdependence.
Yeah.
Have you ever even thought about how those two connect?
Well, what's so captivating, I think, about Covey's work is that it reframes success.
Okay.
We often think about, becoming independent and self-reliant,
Right.
but he kind of takes it a step further.
Okay.
Interdependence suggests that by actually working together, we unlock this level of achievement that surpasses what we can accomplish individually.
Yeah.
It's like you can build a killer treehouse by yourself, sure.
Yeah.
But imagine what you could create with a whole team of architects and builders.
Oh, wow. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm already seeing how this is different from, your average self-help stuff.
Yeah.
So where does this journey towards interdependence even begin?
It starts with ourselves.
Okay.
The first 3 habits are about mastering ourselves, our habits and our responses to become truly independent.
And the first habit on this journey to self-mastery is, drumroll, be proactive.
Yes.
Now, the source uses the example of a traffic jam to explain this, and I have to admit, I thought, oh no, not another traffic analogy.
Right.
But hear me out, because this one actually clicked for me.
Okay.
It does.
Yeah.
So tell me more.
It's easy to feel like we're at the mercy of external circumstances, right? I mean, we've all been stuck in traffic fuming and thinking, why me?
Oh, yeah.
But Covey would say that that's reacting,
Yeah, okay.
not being proactive.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that while we can't control the traffic,
Right.
we can control our response to it.
So it's not about pretending that everything is, sunshine and rainbows.
Right.
But it's more about choosing how we react.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who survived the Holocaust,
Wow.
wrote this: everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way.
Wow.
So even when things are beyond our control,
Yeah.
we still have the power to choose our attitude. That's where proactivity begins.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So we're taking charge, owning our responses. And then comes habit number 2, which is a real head scratcher in the best way possible.
Okay.
Begin with the end in mind.
Yeah.
It sounds so simple, but the more I think about it,
Imagine your life is a business,
okay.
and one day, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
it disappears.
Yeah.
What legacy does it leave behind? What impact did it have? What would people say about it?
Oh.
This exercise can be a really powerful starting point for defining your own end goal,
Okay.
your unique contribution to the world.
Wow, that's a powerful way to think about it. So
Yeah.
it's like writing your own eulogy, but not in a morbid way, right?
Right.
More like figuring out what you want your life to stand for.
Exactly. And Covey suggests taking it a step further by translating that personal mission statement into your different life roles.
Yeah.
Parent, friend, professional, etc.
Oh, wow.
It's about living with intention, aligning your actions with your values.
Okay, so now I'm thinking about my own eulogy.
Yeah.
This is deep stuff.
It is.
But let's be real.
Okay.
It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's where habit number 3 comes in.
Yes.
Put first things first.
Yes.
And this one made me think of a former boss who had like 30 top priorities at any given time.
Oh, my gosh.
It was comical
Wow.
and totally ineffective.
That's a perfect example of confusing urgency with importance.
Okay.
And this is where Covey's time management matrix can be incredibly helpful.
Okay.
He argues that to be truly effective, we need to prioritize those tasks and activities that are important but not necessarily urgent.
So instead of constantly putting out fires,
Right.
we're proactively creating the life we want.
Yes.
But how do we even begin to identify what those important but not urgent things are?
Well, it's about tuning into your values.
Okay.
Those things that you identified, when you were crafting that personal mission statement.
Right.
Asking yourself, what activities, if done consistently, would have the biggest positive impact on my life, my relationships, my goals? Those are your important but not urgent activities.
So it's about playing the long game instead of getting caught in that endless cycle of like reacting to whatever's loudest or, most demanding at the time.
Precisely. It's about proactively designing your life instead of simply managing it.
Whoa, okay. This is making me rethink my entire approach to, everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've mastered ourselves, our reactions, and our priorities.
Right.
But now,
Yeah.
how do we go from like me to we.
This is where the journey shifts
Okay.
from independence to interdependence.
Okay.
And it starts with a fundamental shift in mindset.
Okay.
Think win-win.
Okay.
The source uses a really interesting example about a fabric softener company
Okay.
that switched suppliers to save costs.
Okay.
Seems like a smart business move on the surface.
Right. Until you realize that by, like, squeezing your suppliers, you might end up hurting yourself in the long run if it drives them out of business.
Exactly. Win-win isn't about being a pushover.
Right.
It's about recognizing that lasting success comes from mutually beneficial relationships.
Yeah.
When both parties feel valued and respected, you're far more likely to find innovative and sustainable solutions.
So it's about collaboration over competition.
Absolutely.
But that requires a deep understanding of the other person's perspective,
Yes.
which leads us to habit number 5.
Okay.
Seek first to understand, then to be understood.
Yes.
I remember reading about this in Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
You're spot on.
Yeah,
Carnegie's work is a fantastic complement to Covey's.
I think so too.
This habit is about going beyond simply listening
Okay.
to truly empathizing, feeling what the other person is feeling. It's about asking clarifying questions and trying to see the world through their lens, even if you don't agree with their perspective.
It's like building a bridge instead of a wall.
Exactly.
And when you have that foundation of understanding and respect,
Right.
that's when the real magic can happen.
Yes.
And that magic, my friend, is called synergy habit number 6.
Yes, 1 + 1 = 10.
Oh!
That's how the source describes synergy.
Okay.
It's about recognizing that when diverse minds come together in a spirit of mutual respect and trust,
Yeah.
we can achieve exponentially more than we ever could alone.
So we're not just cooperating, we're co-creating.
Exactly.
We're taking all these individual strengths and perspectives and, like, blending them together to create something truly remarkable.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But I have to ask, with all this focus on effectiveness and achievement,
Yeah.
is there ever a moment to just breathe?
Absolutely. In fact, Covey dedicates an entire habit to this very concept.
Okay.
Habit number 7 is sharpen the saw.
Ah, yes. This is where the lumberjack analogy comes in, right?
Precisely imagine a lumberjack who keeps sawing away at trees without ever stopping to sharpen his saw.
Okay.
He's working harder and harder, but getting less effective.
Oh, yeah.
We can be like that lumberjack in our own lives, pushing ourselves to the point of burnout without taking the time to renew and recharge.
So what does it actually look like to sharpen the saw? Is it just about taking a vacation every now and then?
It's about recognizing that we need to nurture ourselves
Okay.
across 4 key dimensions:
Okay.
physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual.
Okay, so we're talking 4 dimensions of renewal: physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. What do those even look like in practice?
Well, it's about understanding what replenishes you in each of these areas.
Okay.
Physical renewal might mean prioritizing exercise, sleep, or healthy eating. Mental renewal could involve reading, learning a new skill, or simply giving yourself permission to daydream and be curious.
I can definitely relate to that. Sometimes I get so caught up in work that I forget to just let my mind wander and explore new ideas.
It's essential.
Yeah.
And then there's emotional and social renewal,
Okay.
which is all about nurturing your relationships with loved ones,
Yeah.
building meaningful connections, and allowing yourself to receive support.
It's true. We often focus so much on being there for others that we kind of forget to let others be there for us.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And finally, there's spiritual renewal,
Okay.
which isn't necessarily about religion, but about connecting with something larger than yourself.
Right.
It could be through meditation, spending time in nature, volunteering, or engaging in any activity that nourishes your soul and gives you a sense of purpose.
So it's about finding those activities that light us up,
Yes.
fill our cup,
Yes.
and then making them a non-negotiable part of our lives.
Yes.
Even when life gets hectic.
Precisely. And the beauty of it is that when we invest in our own well-being across these 4 dimensions,
Yeah.
we actually become more effective in every other area of our lives. We have more energy, more focus, more patience, and more creativity to bring to our work, our relationships, and our pursuits.
So we're not just sharpening the saw for ourselves, we're sharpening it for everyone around us.
Exactly.
And that brings us full circle to interdependence.
Exactly. It's this beautiful cycle where taking care of ourselves allows us to better care for others and contribute more meaningfully to the world around us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Stephen Covey's 7 habits, I'm left with this thought. What's one small step you can take today to sharpen your own saw? Maybe it's scheduling that doctor's appointment you've been putting off, or calling a friend for a chat, or taking 5 minutes to just breathe and be present in this moment.
Those are great.
Whatever it is, remember that investing in yourself is not selfish. It's an act of service to yourself and to the world.
Well said.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharpening that saw.